And this is the counseling appointment tracking system database template. So this is a template that you can use for a counseling practice, while keep track of patients and schedules. In this case, customers, but of course, like all our database templates, this is made to be customized. So if you want to change this to patients, you can certainly do that. But let's go through the various features here. As usual, I'm going to start over here with maintain lists, because anytime you see a drop-down with fixed information, such as the suffix of a name, prefix of a name, or anything like that, the values for those drop-down boxes are going to be named here. For example, address type, billing method, add insurance, right? So you can add anything to these. Company setups, you're just going to put your name. Like counselors, now you want your list of counselors here. So you can just type in and so forth. Credit card type, of course, location. So you can have, multiple offices, right? Phone number type, service type, individual. Of course, you put in your default prices here. And of course, you can add aiding. You can adapt this to any need that you have, to any type of practice, nutritionist, life skills, hypnotherapy, because the template includes the source code and everything that you need to design or redesign. So if you know Access or know someone who does, then you can customize this, or you can hire someone, or you can hire us to do this, to make any changes if you want. I mentioned suffix earlier and title. Remember those drop-down boxes? Junior, Esquire, I don't know. Another title, father. Maybe you have members of the clergy, right? So let's go out of the maintenance lookup and go to search customers. Well, actually, let's maybe add customers first. I'm not sure there's anyone to search. We can. It's probably not anyone in the database yet, right? So let's add a few first. Okay, see, here you go. I tried to get cute and put a fifth in here. Now, we can, because the title has to be from that list. Now, of course, we can choose this so that it is a free form box. Alternatively, the program can be customized so that this list can be edited on the fly. So let's say you had a fourth or a fifth or whatever. I'll just make it second, but you could make it also so this list is editable on the fly. So if I put in a fifth, it'll say, do you want to add, it's not in the list, but do you want to add it? And you could say yes or no. So that's another possibility. Okay, there's no call here. Oh, we can add a call. Add a call. Let's see, the call was taken by Dr. Phil. And the call was taken at there should be a London office, shouldn't there? Okay, well, anyway, we won't bother with the start time or end. Anyway, save and close. So we have an appointment history. We can add an appointment for later. Let's say, let's go back to Dr. Phil, or maybe he's going to go, he's someone a little more experienced, probably young. There we go. In-house. And we got to have a start time. So let's say May 1st. We would usually assume that the start date and end date would be the same, that we don't have overnight appointments, but that's always a possibility. Now, speaking of drop-down boxes, now the times of the drop-down box, you notice when we went to that maintenance menu, we didn't have a list of times in there. So these are programmed to be just every 10 minutes throughout the entire day. Now, of course, you may not want the hit. Yeah, you're probably not going to be open 24 hours a day. And you're also probably, well, I don't know. You might want 10-minute intervals. You might want 5-minute intervals. You might want 15-minute intervals. That can be changed. You can also make this a free-form text box, although I may not recommend that one. But so I am just going to type 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, maybe we'll make it recurring. Every week will end after, oh, I don't know, 10:1. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, end after a fixed number of occurrences, and I put in a date. All right. Yes. Let's say there's 10 visits. That's a nice thing too, because you can change these. They see this one's going to have a date picker box, but you can change these to have various roles. Maybe you want this one to be a drop down. Patient, concerned. So we're going to save and close. I'm a history buff, just in case you haven't noticed. So we got, and by the way, look, it's scheduled all of the appointments. So we said every week, and it's going 10 times. Okay, we'll skip the payment history for now since we haven't seen him yet. Let's go ahead and save and close. And now let's search customers. So now we have customers that we can search by. So let's say I don't remember the guy's name. Plant something, I don't know. Oh, okay, there we are. And I can double click here and I can go to his record. And we have, again, the call history, the appointment history, the payment history, all that. And of course, we can print this. I don't think I want to print it on this computer, but okay, you see, it's just going to go to a report. And you can print this on your printer from there in case. And payment history. Oh, apparently he paid for his appointments 12 years in advance. The guy, the guy's good. He's very prompt. You always appreciate that. Okay. I think that demonstrates that feature. Let's go ahead and close this, and let's close the search. All of those fields are just for searching. And of course, you can search results to Excel. By the way, you can export anything to Excel. This happens to be kind of a built-in report that you'll have in here, but you can import from anywhere you have. Let's say you got this huge list of patients in a text file, and of course, you don't want to input every single one of them. Totally understandable. You can have a feature where you import information, whether that be patients or whatever, appointments from a text file or an Excel spreadsheet. Appointments can be exported to or imported from Outlook. We don't have that functionality in here, but that can be added. And we could do view schedule by day. Well, let's just search everything. So there is an export. There's an export of data, the Outlook calendar, export to Outlook, print detail. You can print the detail of an appointment. Again, this is all the appointments. So we have an entire appointment list. You want to print out your schedule for that week. Or you may not want to print it right now, but you might want to export it to Excel. The Excel spreadsheet will take a moment. And there you go, right? So you have all the, now, of course, we can print a summary as well. Just shows how, how many reservations, how many appointments are scheduled, that type of thing. And we could double click here. Now, if we double click here, we can view in the reservation form. This is how we entered it. Double click the appointment to view in calendar view. You could also double click to look in calendar form as well. Okay, so we're not going to export to Outlook from this point, but that's the idea of the search. And finally, we have a report menu. And again, we can print invoices, accounts receivable, cash ledger. I do believe we have some payments made, and they were in 2013. So let's go ahead and let's just put the entire year there. And you can see the payments that were made way back when. Very, very nice. And accounts receivable. I don't think we'll have, oh, okay, we do have accounts receivable. We didn't generate any invoices, so that there aren't any in here. Okay, and that is a demonstration of our counseling appointment tracking system database template. Again, if this seems generic, It's because our templates are made to be customized. The nice thing that I have to stress here is that you can buy fancy commercial off-the-shelf software, but the problem with that, of course, is you're not going to have it customized. You may have features that you don't need. You may have features that you do need but aren't in there. And if that's the case, well, you can go on their website and submit a form, and maybe they'll get to it in a few years in the next version. Here, if you need something added, even you need so much as the color of a button changed, you can go in there and change it. Or better yet, you can have us do it. So that's a demonstration of the counseling appointment tracking system. If you have any questions about this or any of our templates, you can find it at our website at microsoftaccessexpert.com. Thank you for watching.